the way that she controls the game and play makes and gets everybody involved, but also, you know, the step backs and her shot. She reminds me a lot of Luca, in the sense of like they both can control the game so well.
These ladies, and I'm a WNBA fan, they cannot have this Caitlyn Clark thing up any worse if they tried. People believe what we say on television. Just because people don't like you or your personality, they can't get on TV and slander you. It's just total bullshit.
Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlyn Clark. Y'all petty girls.
Caitlyn Clark has already made her mark in the WNBA. Her explosive and entertaining style of play is transforming the sport and bringing more attention than ever before. But her influence stretches beyond the WNBA. It's reaching the NBA, where stars are lining up to praise her. With Caitlyn's rapid rise, the spotlight has brought both admiration and criticism. Fame attracts applause, but it also brings doubters and rivals. The higher she climbs, the more people want to see her stumble. Everyone has an opinion on Caitlyn Clark, and not all of it is flattering. But here's the twist. NBA players aren't staying silent. Having been in her shoes, they're now stepping up to defend Caitlyn from WNBA critics who try to tear her down. What exactly are these NBA stars saying in her defense? Let's find out as they share their respect, advice, and words of support for Caitlyn Clark. Her presence is already transforming the Indiana Fever, and it's only a matter of time before they become a dominant force. Clark's competitive mentality has been evident since her college days. That's why WNBA arenas sell out every time she plays. Among her biggest fans is NBA guard Kobe White, whose enthusiasm for Caitlyn is undeniable. Throughout her rookie season, White has praised her record-breaking highlights and leadership, joining a long list of NBA players who know greatness when they see it.
Supporting Caitlyn Clark for a while and what she's been doing for the games. This is my first time seeing him in person, so it's been dope.
What was it like when you saw her hit that three?
Which one? The one that broke the record was crazy. I think she put up 2 feet beyond half court, so for me to see it in person, she's legit. You know, she's the best, so she's the GOAT, so, you know, her skill set far exceeds everyone else's.
Patrick Beverly also spoke about Caitlyn Clark, pointing out how everything she does draws more attention than any other WNBA player. That includes the overly physical defense she often faces, the kind of rough play Beverly himself was once known for in the NBA. Clark has taken her share of hard fouls and borderline dirty plays, yet continues to dominate the court. Beverly openly praised her for handling the pressure with poise and stated that the extra spotlight she brings is helping the WNBA grow. On Gilbert Arenas' podcast, Beverly revealed that he's practiced with WNBA players before and was impressed by their talent, especially Caitlyn's. He said her exceptional skill and intelligence allow her to control games, even without the physical advantages some of the league's top athletes possess.
This woman, Caitlyn Clark, you know, she's not the tallest. She doesn't have a crazy frame that, you know, but she got women's basketball on lock, and she hasn't really been in it in a while, and a lot of people haven't seen a lot of it. Anything that happens with her is going to be magnified, right? Which is great for the WNBA.
Another admirer of Caitlyn Clark is the European sensation Luca Dončić. Fans constantly compare the two for their ability to control the game offensively and rise as faces of their leagues. Luca, famous for his confidence and fiery competitiveness, doesn't hand out compliments lightly. That's why his praise for Caitlyn shocked many. He went as far as saying she's a better shooter than me, calling her one of the most skilled players he's seen. Coming from one of basketball's elite scorers, that's huge. Both Luca and Caitlyn were nearly unanimous Rookie of the Year selections, Luca missing by 2 votes and Caitlyn by 1. Their stories are remarkably similar. Both took their leagues by storm and carried enormous expectations. Luca has already reached new levels of dominance, and judging by her current trajectory, Caitlyn Clark is on the same path to WNBA greatness.
It's a woman, Steph Curry. She can shoot it better than me.
Caitlyn Clark has often been compared to Tyrese Haliburton, and the similarities between them are striking. Both are elite three-point shooters and gifted playmakers who make their teammates better through vision and precision. They also share a deeper connection: the state of Indiana. Both young stars have become symbols of the state's passion for basketball. When Clark joined the Fever, reporters quickly asked Haliburton about her arrival, and he welcomed her with full support. He praised her talent, leadership, and energy, noting that she embodies the same excitement that Indiana basketball thrives on. Their parallel rise represents a new era for the sport in the Hoosier State.
Caitlyn, congratulations on an amazing season. Rookie of the Year is a big honor. You deserve it. Congratulations.
Since joining the WNBA, Caitlyn Clark and Tyrese Haliburton have formed a genuine friendship. They watch each other's games closely, sharing motivation and respect. Haliburton has even admitted that he now follows the WNBA more closely than ever, inspired by Caitlyn's energy and impact on the Fever. Their connection symbolizes how men's and women's basketball are blending into one shared culture of competition and excellence in Indiana. As Tyrese continues to lead the Pacers to success, fans are hopeful that Clark will soon do the same for the Fever. Together, they represent the future of basketball in the state, a new generation of superstars driven by passion, teamwork, and respect for the game.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for her to be here. I think it brings a lot of excitement to the city. You know, a city with a lot of young talent already as it is, and adding her, you know, she's one of the faces of women's basketball, and for her to be here and under the same roof, you know, I think is really exciting for me, and I think a lot of people in our organization. And just look forward to, you know, watching her grow throughout the process, watching her get better. Looking forward to actually being able to cheer for her now. You know, now she's with the good guys.
Just when it seemed the praise couldn't go any higher, Shaquille O'Neal took it to another level. During Angel Reese's podcast, Shaq spoke up for Caitlyn Clark, right in front of one of her biggest rivals. It was a bold and powerful moment, an NBA legend showing his support for Caitlyn in the most unexpected setting. Shaq didn't hold back. He called her a once-in-a-generation talent and said she's changing the game for women's basketball forever. Even Angel Reese couldn't ignore the weight of his words. Coming from one of the most dominant players in NBA history, Shaq's support solidified Caitlyn's place among the elite athletes of her generation.
And I was a hater because, you know, I'm down with you. Like, she's not going to hit that shot, and bam. Like, damn, she's not going to hit that shot, man. Like, if I say 10 times you're not going to hit the shot and you hit the shot, that means you're the truth.
The intense spotlight and constant criticism surrounding Caitlyn Clark could easily break most rookies. But Anthony Davis is amazed by how she's handled it. Davis, who entered the NBA under massive pressure himself, knows exactly how difficult that transition can be. He's watched his teammate LeBron James face the same scrutiny for years and understands the mental toughness it takes to survive it. Davis praised Caitlyn for how she's managed the attention, the fouls, and the media narratives with calm focus and confidence. He said she's shown incredible poise and maturity beyond her years, proving she's built for the long run. For Davis, that kind of mental strength is what separates future legends from the rest.
I think she handles, you know, all the criticism and everything that's going on, you know, fairly well. She never let nothing like knock her off her square, man. Like I just saw the interview when she was they asked her about not being on the Olympic team.
What a great answer she gave.
Great answer. I think she'll be fine, and all the stuff about the physicality, and it comes with the league.
It comes with it, yeah.
No, you're a rookie.
The conversation about physicality in the WNBA has become louder than ever, and Caitlyn Clark is right at the center of it. With the league's rising popularity, comparisons with the NBA are inevitable. NBA champion Michael Porter Jr. discussed this topic on his podcast, wondering how Clark might perform if she ever faced NBA-level defense and athleticism. While some of his remarks were skeptical, the fact that Caitlyn is even part of that conversation says everything about her influence. Porter acknowledged that the NBA's physicality is on another level, but admitted that Clark's composure, shooting touch, and basketball intelligence make her special. The debate itself proves just how far she's come. Caitlyn Clark has transcended the WNBA and become a part of the larger basketball conversation worldwide.
Caitlyn's cold. That's the one girl that I was like, okay, if she was in an NBA game, on defense, she would get cooked. Offensively, like, she'll knock down some corner threes or like a swing three. Like, she actually would, because she can shoot from that far, you know?
Now, let's move to someone who can truly relate to Caitlyn's experience. There's hardly anyone better to give her recognition and advice than LeBron James. Everyone knows LeBron was one of the most hyped prospects in history. Drafted straight out of high school, while already carrying expectations of becoming the greatest. Caitlyn Clark's league-changing buzz can only be compared to his. But with fame always comes criticism. LeBron became one of the most polarizing athletes ever because of the massive expectations around him. He knows exactly how it feels to be constantly judged, to have the media twist every action, and to face opponents who play harder just to challenge his status. Still, none of it stopped him from becoming one of the greatest to ever play. Very few players, male or female, have ever lived up to such impossible pressure. That's why LeBron's support and words for Caitlyn hold so much weight. He's shared guidance with her about staying humble, learning from others, and staying focused on her goals. Caitlyn has already shown that she's a true student of the game, which will help her thrive. To survive and succeed at that level, humility and discipline are key, and LeBron is the best example of that. If his insight is right, Caitlyn Clark's future is bright, and maybe this time, people will learn to simply admire her greatness.
And my advice to anyone that comes in with this, this level of like notoriety, out of this world expectation, whatever the case may be, I just think it's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, go to work, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft, kind of keep your mouth shut, and just learn from the vets. When they ask, you voice your opinion if they want your opinion, man, early on, because everybody is looking for you to say anything and they're gonna splice it and cut it and make it a negative thing. I'm rooting for Caitlyn because I've been in that seat before. I've walked that road before. I hope she kills. I hope Aaliyah Boston does amazing. I hope they do great.
Caitlyn Clark isn't defined by fame or popularity. Those things are simply the result of her outstanding basketball talent. After one of her most impressive games, star point guard Trey Young couldn't help but praise her performance. There's a lot of similarity in the way both of them approach the game. They don't rely on being the biggest or strongest, but they dominate with pure skill, confidence, and basketball intelligence. Both have mastered how to lead an offense, using their shooting threat to create opportunities for teammates. Their long-range shooting stretches defenses, allowing them to attack and create plays with ease. Because of this, Trey broke down Caitlyn's game like a true point guard, explaining exactly how she's able to have these explosive scoring nights. His comments show not just his deep experience, but also how advanced Caitlyn's basketball IQ is at such a young age. She has that rare ability to read the floor, control the pace, and make the perfect play, something only the greatest guards in basketball can do consistently.
I mean, it's crazy. Like 40 and 12, like people don't understand. Like that's not easy. Like scoring and then getting everybody involved. Like what she's doing is unbelievable. And then she was using her hang dribble just to read if she was gonna be able to blow by her defender or not. And she was just doing step backs and side steps and dribbling in the lane, dribbling back out, and then shooting threes. But it started with her getting to the basket and just getting some layups, getting easy ones, getting some and ones to start the game. Like you could tell that she had a plan on what she was doing all night.
Steph Curry also spoke out about Caitlyn Clark, and it's not hard to see why. Since her college days, she's been called the female Steph Curry, and the comparisons are justified. Her lightning-quick release and incredible shooting range instantly remind fans of the two-time MVP. Analysts have even compared their shooting forms. They both possess that near-instant release that defenders can't prepare for. But as Steph himself pointed out, what makes a player great isn't just shooting deep threes. It's about turning the game into entertainment, improving teammates, and making an impact even when the ball isn't in your hands. That's what separates true greatness from imitation. Steph recognized those same qualities in Caitlyn. Her poise, her showmanship, and her ability to elevate her team. Hearing those words from one of the greatest shooters in basketball must mean everything to Caitlyn. But more importantly, she's proving with every game that she deserves every bit of that recognition.
I saw somebody break down the release time, which is pretty much identical to mine. You can't help but watch when she plays, where she's shooting from, the range, the confidence, the flair. Like, she's a performer. It's crazy though, just because her shot is like that. It's at that level. If you really watch, like, her floor game is as impressive. So it's kind of the total package, and her being the French breaking that record, and the amount of attention that she has gained over the course of these last couple of years. Every building she goes into, there's a different energy. Like, it's great for her, great for women's basketball.
Steph also represented the NBA in a groundbreaking three-point contest against WNBA sharpshooter Sabrina Ionescu, a battle that went down to the wire before he narrowly won. That event opened the door for more NBA, WNBA competitions, and fans can't wait to see Caitlyn Clark take part in one someday. Though she's declined invitations so far, she's said she's open to it in the future, and fans everywhere are waiting for that moment. Meanwhile, Draymond Green has also spoken about Caitlyn on his podcast. Known for his tough play and bold opinions, Draymond addressed the issue of physicality toward Caitlyn in the WNBA. He acknowledged that rookie hazing happens in every league, especially for someone as popular as her, but he also praised her toughness and skill for handling it. At the same time, he reminded fans to never forget the legends who paved the way for players like Caitlyn. According to Draymond, her rise is proof of how far the WNBA has come, and witnessing this new era of basketball is something to celebrate.
I think, like you said, Caitlyn's been great, but I've heard no one say Caitlyn got the opportunity to be this because of all the sweat of these women that came before her. You know, so like it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Like, Caitlyn has 1,000% brought uptick in popularity to the league, which is great.
Next, we have Victor Wembanyama, a player who shares a strikingly similar story to Caitlyn's. While their playing styles differ, both entered their leagues under massive expectations. Victor was the most hyped NBA rookie in decades, just as Caitlyn was for the WNBA. Wemby made a name for himself overseas in France, while Caitlyn built her legacy at the University of Iowa. When Victor was asked who his favorite WNBA player was, he didn't hesitate: Caitlyn Clark. He said he'd been amazed by her even during college, describing her as one of the most impressive players he's ever seen, male or female. That kind of praise from another generational superstar shows just how far Caitlyn's influence has reached. She's not just inspiring women's basketball players anymore. She's earning respect across the entire basketball world.
When she was in college, the only college player that I was really in awe of the game, you know. I'm saying men and women's college basketball, she's probably the most impressive I've seen.
Both Caitlyn Clark and Victor Wembanyama entered their professional careers with enormous expectations, and both lived up to them. Fans followed their stories long before they turned pro because both possess once-in-a-generation abilities. Caitlyn with her unbelievable shooting range, and Victor with his unmatched size and versatility. Even though their teams aren't yet championship contenders, both have already become the faces of their franchises. In time, they're expected to become the faces of their entire leagues. Their rise has brought new attention, new fans, and new excitement to basketball on both sides. NBA players who never watched the WNBA before are now commenting on Caitlyn's performances. Whether people love her or criticize her, there's no denying she's transforming the game. The stands are packed, the spotlight is bright, and Caitlyn Clark's influence continues to grow. Her journey is only beginning, and she's already shaping the future of the WNBA.